Mist Valley Arts and Entertainment. Passion burns. Help us be a bonfire for your soul.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mist Valley Gaming. My name is Dredd. Here at Mist Valley Gaming, you may know we do more than just gaming. We're under the umbrella of Mist Valley Arts and Entertainment. And here we are doing a sports talk with Dredd. I have not done many of these lately. I still love sports, but I haven't really felt much like talking about sports lately. That probably comes from the fact that, like I say, even though I still love sports, I have not actually watched a lot of sports lately. I've just been too busy. I got other things to do. And I don't say sports have fallen by the background. I've read a lot of articles on sports. I've followed some of the teams that I like, obviously, but I haven't watched a lot. So I want to cover a story that's available on sportsnets.ca, and I will link that down below in the description as well for you to check out for yourself. The story is called NHLPA, which is the National Hockey League Players Association, Unveils program designed to support mental health of NHL players. Just as an aside, I think this is a great thing. I have not finished reading this article, but let's go through it together, and I can give my opinions. This story was by the Associated Press on January 10th, 2024. Whenever Blake Wheeler endured mental health challenges in his hockey career, he felt better when he talked about them and sought help. When the NHL Players Association introduced a pilot program to teach the basics of mental health, Wheeler was on board to give it a try. On Wednesday, the union unveiled its First Line program, an initiative with Mental Health Commission of Canada that is now available to players who want to learn more about the topic. We're opening a door that hasn't been opened before and giving guys just a little bit of a feel that if something pops up in your life, if you need a little bit of support, you have a few guys who've been trained a little bit, said Wheeler, who is in his 16th NHL season and his first with the New York Rangers. Hopefully in the future, this is just commonplace in our league. A handful of players in recent months have opened up about mental health struggles, including Arizona's Connor Ingram, Florida's Spencer Knight, and Colorado's Samuel Girard. They received care from the NHL/NHLPA Player Assistance Program, a joint venture of the league and union. First Line is separate from that and is designed to be a preventative measure, offering players the tools to understand mental health and recognize potential warning signs in themselves, teammates, and family members. It is not therapy or counseling, NHLPA Director of Player Health and Safety Maria Dennis told the Associated Press. It's a class. It's to educate players and arm them with the knowledge and skills so that they can take the first step. And I just want to point out, I think this is a great idea. I think this is obviously something that was pushed by the NHLPA because, I'm sorry, but the NHL cares mainly about the money it brings in. It doesn't really care that much about the care and safety of the players. Certainly not their mental health or anything else. They're just about the money. And so I think the NHLPA pushed for this and managed to get it. And I think it's a good thing where players can take some kind of course that will teach them just about warning signs for mental health and stuff and where to go if you think you need help. Let's continue. Wheeler and Calgary captain Mikael Backlund were among the roughly 20 players who took the pilot class with Jay Harrison, a retired defenseman who's now the PA's consulting psychologist. Harrison said the idea came from player feedback, especially from the pandemic when there was more focus put on mental health concerns. Shane Silver, VP of the Mental Health Commission of Canada's Opening Minds Division that focuses on mental health education, said there has been sharp growth in interest from organizations since the pandemic. Director Michael Pietrus said the programs can be adapted to specific needs, in this case that of NHL players, who play in a sport that prides itself on secrecy when it comes to injuries and other details. You're dealing with type A personalities who basically embody who they are and what they want to be and everything. Their goal is set to becoming the best possible athlete, Pietrus said. They become so obsessed with that they forget about so many other things. And then later on in life, when they, for example, get married and have kids, their perspective changes quite a bit. Mikael Backlund took the course after getting the C as Flames captain, seeing it as a way to help him become a better leader. There were some simple little things that could help us big time, Backlund said. I want to keep working on this and improve my skills as a leader on the team as the captain and learn how I can be mentally stronger and healthier, and also how I can see signs that maybe my teammates are struggling or not feeling as well and how I can help them. Calgary teammate Oliver Killington missed all last season to focus on his mental health, a now familiar step after other examples around sports like NBA star Kevin Love, gymnast Simone Biles, and former swimmer Michael Phelps acknowledging their own struggles. Everyone who comes out, it adds to just knocking down that barrier and the stigma, Dennis said. The more athletes that come out and talk about their own experiences, the better it is. Harrison, who played parts of 9 NHL seasons from 2006 to 2015, said he believes the culture is shifting in hockey, a sport where mental and physical toughness is stressed from a young age. This lies in a place of enhancing and supporting our players' ability to transform that culture from within, Harrison said. Players are now demonstrating they're willing to invest and learn. It's important to them. So that is the article. Once again, I will link that down below. I think this is an excellent thing. It's good for the NHL players to learn a little bit more about this and realize that their mental health is very important. And if they're seeing signs of fragility or stress is cracking them or things are just not right in their thought process, it may be time to, seek out some outside help or some help from another source. And this is a source helping them to recognize that, helping it to recognize it in themselves, possibly in their teammates, and to be an impetus to being, it's okay, it's all right, there is help, go talk to someone who can help you. And then we'll see how we can help from there. This is a good thing. I mean, more players have come forward lately with mental health illness in hockey and in other sports, obviously. It's changing a lot because we know since we had the pandemic, it's really come to light how many people are struggling with mental health issues. It was talked about before that, but it was kind of like shoved under the blankets and nobody really wanted to talk about it. But so many people struggled during that, and this is just an all-around good thing. I hate to see players miss time in sports. Their bodies are how they make their money, and when they're not able to play and they're not able to make their money, that's tough on them. But it's just like it's not even just like another injury. If you're having a mental health issue, it can ruin your life if not dealt with and dealt with properly. Your entire life and every aspect of it. So it's one thing to blow out a knee or pop out a shoulder or get a black eye or need some dental work. It's another thing to have a mental health issue and be struggling with it in silence, maybe not even really realizing you have it. But this is a good start. This is a good start program. I hope the NHLPA pushes for more things like this, maybe in other areas that can be helpful to the players as well, because God knows the NHL won't do it. Not without a push for the PA for it. So, I do think this is a very good thing. If you're interested in these kind of topics, why don't you drop down below and tell me, do you think these kind of things are good in sports for players to have programs to help them recognize mental health issues? Let me know what you think. From Miss Valley Gaming, here with Sports Talk with Dredd. My name is Dredd. Thank you all so much. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.